To find out that I guess it was like a longer period that he was in there for.
Well, 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 buckle up folks, because we have a story that is bound to send shivers down your spine. Are you ready to dive into the shocking and controversial world of Aaron Carter's death? Hold on tight, because this is not your typical celebrity tragedy. We have graphic images, mysterious text messages, and a grieving mother who's determined to find out what really happened to her son. Was it a drug overdose or something more sinister? Stick around to find out the truth behind the sensational headlines and uncover the dark secrets of Aaron Carter's untimely demise. And if you want to stay up to date on all this spicy celebrity news, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications now. Join the ride and let's dish on the latest scandals together. Oh folks, do we have a tale of a fallen star for you. Aaron Carter, once a fresh-faced child star with a string of catchy pop hits, has had a tumultuous journey through the entertainment industry. From run-ins with the law to struggles with addiction and mental illness, Aaron's life has been a roller coaster of ups and downs. And now, with his tragic death at the young age of 34, we're left to wonder what really happened to this troubled star. Join us as we delve into the sensational story of Aaron Carter and the mysteries surrounding his untimely passing. Now, the coroner's report may have stated that Aaron's death was an accidental drug overdose, but his mom isn't buying it. She's convinced that there's more to the story and that foul play was involved. You can't blame her for wanting answers, can you? After all, losing a child is every parent's worst nightmare. In 2022, on November 5th, Aaron Carter died of an apparent accidental drug overdose. His death sent shockwaves across the music industry and left his fans devastated. However, his mother, Jane Carter, is convinced that there is more to her son's death than meets the eye. In a desperate bid to get the cops to investigate her son's death as a crime, Jane Carter has released shocking pictures of his death scene bathroom. Jane Carter posted these graphic images, and they're a chilling reminder of the tragedy that took place in that bathroom. What's even more alarming is that these pictures weren't taken by law enforcement, but by Aaron's mom herself. That's right, she took it upon herself to document the scene and share it with the world. Now, the pictures themselves are pretty gruesome. They show what appears to be feces on the bathroom floor and a tub filled with murky green water. It's a sight that's bound to make even the strongest of stomachs turn. But it's not just the visuals that are disturbing, it's what they represent. Jane Carter has been tirelessly fighting for a proper investigation into her son's death, which was initially ruled an accidental overdose by the coroner. But she's not convinced. Oh no, she believes that there's more to the story than meets the eye. As the saying goes, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Jane Carter believes that the investigation into Aaron's death was hindered from the start. She said they never investigated it as a possible crime scene because of his addiction past. Jane's latest pictures show towels laid down on the bathroom floor and a pile of soiled clothes. It's a scene that's all too familiar for those who've experienced addiction firsthand. But what's even more alarming is that these pictures weren't taken by law enforcement, despite the potential evidence they could have provided. It's a frustrating reality for Jane and those who are seeking justice for Aaron. The fact that people were allowed to go in and out of the scene, potentially contaminating evidence, is a major red flag. And with so many death threats and people who were making Aaron's life miserable, it's hard not to imagine that foul play could have been involved. But they allowed people to go in and out, although a lot of potential homicide information was there for years, she continued. Aaron had a lot of death threats and many people who were making his life miserable. It's a frustrating situation to say the least. Jane has the support of her closest family and friends, but that doesn't seem to be enough to make a difference. It's a case of strength in numbers, but even that may not be enough to get the attention that Aaron's case deserves. Unfortunately, Jane has faced a lot of resistance in her quest for justice. She claims that law enforcement in Lancaster, California, where the Aaron's Party crooner died, hasn't taken her seriously. It's a classic case of not seeing the forest for the trees. Because of Aaron's mental illness and prescription drug issues, they wanted to write off his death as an easy explanation without putting the time or effort to investigate further. Aaron's had his fair share of struggles with addiction over the years. It's no secret that the former child star has battled with drug addiction for years. And law enforcement found prescription pills and cans of compressed air in the bathroom where he died. Aaron's manager, Taylor Helgeson, revealed that they had discussed him going into an inpatient rehab program, but it was met with resistance from Carter himself. As we know, Aaron had spent time at rehab at various stints between 2011 and 2017, but it seems like he may have been struggling again before his death. Could this have been the reason why he allegedly ingested a drug that led to his demise? Only time will tell as the investigation continues, but one thing is for sure. The tragic death of Aaron Carter has left a gaping hole in the hearts of his loved ones and fans alike. However, Jane is not backing down in her pursuit of justice for her late son. She's leaving no stone unturned in her search for answers. In her recent statements, she revealed that she wasn't alone in her quest for justice. Her closest family and friends have rallied behind her to support in her efforts to reveal the truth behind Aaron's death. Aaron's on-again, off-again fiancée, Melanie Martin, is also eager to know what really happened. She's been devastated by his sudden death. Martin has been known to stand by Carter through his struggles with addiction and mental health issues, and their tumultuous relationship has been well documented in the media. Melanie Martin shared snaps from a holiday brunch where she was surrounded by family and their 13-month-old son, Prince, focusing on an ornament of 2 angel wings in the shape of a heart with Aaron's name in the middle. "We can no longer see you with our eyes, but we can feel you in our hearts forever. Love your mini-me and honey," she wrote in the caption. She and Carter began dating in early 2020 and announced their engagement that June. Following their engagement announcement, their relationship was on and off in the following months.
Baby!
Will you marry me?
Baby!
Their exact relationship status at the time of Carter's death at 34 in November is unclear. According to reports, the coroner ruled out drowning as the cause of death because Aaron didn't have any water in his lungs. But that's not enough for Martin and Jane, who believe that there's more to the story than meets the eye. In a shocking revelation, Martin told TMZ that she and Jane suspect that Aaron ingested a drug that was given to him by a dealer. The dealer allegedly sent Aaron a text message demanding payment of $800 for an unknown substance. Oh boy, that's quite a hefty sum. But the plot thickens even further. Aaron allegedly replied saying he didn't need the substance anymore, but the dealer insisted that he still needed to pay up. The last message in the chain reportedly showed Aaron asking whether he was being threatened. Now, this is getting juicy, folks. This information has sent shockwaves through the music industry and has only added to the mystery surrounding Aaron's death. Aaron's fiancée, Melanie Martin, and his mother, Jane, believe that this dealer might be involved in Aaron's untimely demise. These message exchanges led Martin and Jane to believe that Aaron did meet up with the possible drug dealer and took a substance that could have ultimately killed him. This is a serious matter, and they're determined to get to the bottom of it. Aaron's death has left a lot of unanswered questions, and his loved ones are struggling to come to terms with their loss. It's a tough situation, but they're not giving up until they get justice for Aaron. Through it all, Martin has remained steadfast in her quest for justice for Aaron. She's been working tirelessly with Jane to uncover the truth about what really happened to her fiancé. It's clear that she is not going to stop until she gets the answers she's looking for. This situation is a cautionary tale about the dangers of addiction and the consequences that can come from getting involved with the wrong people. Let's hope that Martin and Jane get the closure they need and that Aaron's legacy can live on in a positive way. Now, we're not saying that Aaron was definitely murdered, but these pictures do raise a lot of questions. It's not hard to see why his mom is so determined to get to the bottom of things. As the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire. It's a tragic reminder of the dangers of addiction and the toll that it can take on even the most talented and successful of stars. We can't even begin to imagine what his family is going through right now. Losing someone you love is like a punch in the gut, and the pain doesn't ever truly go away. So, what happens now? Well, it's hard to say. Jane Carter is determined to find out what really happened to her son, and she's not going to rest until she gets some answers. Whether or not the police will take another look at the case remains to be seen, but we have a feeling this story isn't over yet. In the meantime, all we can do is mourn the loss of a talented young man and hope that his family finds some peace. As the saying goes, time heals all wounds, but for now, the wound is still fresh and the pain is all too real. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Keep your eyes peeled. We'll be back with a bang.